Hey everyone, the Talking Dads podcast is brought to you by Little Scholars Early Learning Center. Whether your family needs infant care, a preschool program, or before and after school care, Little Scholars' highly rated Step Up to Quality programs provide quality early childhood education at an affordable price. Visit www.littlescholars.net to get in contact with an enrollment specialist and schedule a tour of any of their 5 Lake County campuses. Here's the deal. Talking Dads fans are getting a little bonus. Mention that you heard about them through our podcast, and when you tour, and you'll receive $25 off of your registration fee. Again, that's Little Scholars Early Learning Center, where children learn, play, and grow together. We are also brought to you by Pub Fredo Gastropub. Pub Fredo was voted Best Gastropub in Cleveland in 2019 by Cleveland Magazine Silver Spoon Awards. We love Pub Fredo. Their menu is chef-inspired, always pushing the limits of traditional pub fare. The other night I had a burger, I believe it was called the Pub Burger. It was incredible. Cooked perfectly. It was amazing. And you won't have a problem pairing your favorite item on the menu with their great selection of local craft beers, crafted cocktails, and of course, an amazing bourbon and whiskey selection. I went with the Bullet 10-year with my Pub Burger. All of this in a cozy, fun, come-as-you-are atmosphere. You can check them out at pubfredo.com and on Facebook and Instagram at PubFredo Gastropub.
We are also brought to you by Marky Fresh Barbershop in Menor, Ohio.
Bro, I love Marky Fresh.
It's the best, isn't it?
Dude, I get cut there like every 3 weeks. My kid gets cut there every month
Every
and a
now and
half or
then.
so. Month and a half, 2 months, something like that. They do such a good job.
The environment is phenomenal. Everybody's awesome there.
Can I tell you a secret? I don't
Please.
even give a shit about the haircut. It is so much freaking fun going there.
Just to hang out.
Yeah. I have such
Just have a good time. Every time, man.
Yeah.
You get caught. If you want to be in there, they're fast.
Oh, yeah.
Their whole app, everything, booking to get in,
so
it's so
easy.
convenient and easy, but you get caught up
Oh, yeah.
because you just want to hang out and talk with these guys.
You know what the word is? Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
So many shenanigans.
You don't want to leave.
It's so much fun. But honestly, they do a fantastic job.
They really do.
I look way better when I leave than when I get in
You
there.
really do.
I know.
So, yeah, Marky Fresh.
Yeah, book at markyfresh.com.
Book, get in, stay fresh.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Talking Dads. This week, it's just me and Steve. We talked about whiskey a little bit, and then we got into summer, what we're doing with our kids over summer, different camps and activities and things like that. And then we also got into some sports. We talked about the relationship between a coach and their staff and coach and player and professional and collegiate, as relates to some of the social issues that are going on right now. So that was kind of a fun conversation. And then, of course, we threw in some really good dad hacks and some proud dad moments. Thanks so much for tuning in. We love you and have a wonderful weekend.
In a world where moms continue to dominate parenting authority and a father's role is minimized in society, 2 dads take on the toughest parenting topics on a weekly basis, all while drinking bourbon. They are the Talking Dads.
I was in line the other day at I didn't mean to, but I just drove past because I heard the truck wasn't at.
I just drove.
I have a problem. I just drove by and I saw the truck was there, so I'm like, you know what? I'll go.
You can lie to yourself,
go
man.
check-
You can't lie to
check
me.
in line. I walked in and I'm like the 7th person in line. I'm like,
bad
you know
number
what?
to be.
I know. I'm like, but maybe they have a couple different things.
Right.
So I asked a couple people in front of me, and they were getting Crown Peach. I'm like, okay, so that moves me up a couple spots.
Right.
I waited there for an hour. Then I'm like, screw this, I'm out.
Yeah.
I bailed. It was just a waste of time, man.
Yeah.
They just you never know what they're gonna have. But it turns out, from what I heard, they didn't have anything.
Yeah. The whole Ohio system is certainly flawed,
Oh yeah.
but the alternative is spending a shit ton of money.
Well, that's the thing.
So-
You look online, you see what these people are paying for their bottles.
Dude, there's So Billy Atterbury was texting me today. He's in Florida right now. And he's like, hey, what do you know about this bottle? What do you know about that bottle? And I'm like looking him up, and I'm like, well, we don't get it in Ohio, so I have no idea what to say what a good price is.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm looking them up, and like the range is so ridiculous. Like there was one bottle, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head.
What's in each state, or just in each state, or just
well,
from what
he
you
was in
find online?
Florida, but what I would find online.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it's $200 here. I was like, okay, let me see what it's worth. And you'd see anywhere from like 120 to 900.
Yeah, that's what the thing is. When I look
what am I
online,
supposed to do with that?
yeah, I look online at these things. I'm like, okay, where can you find a bottle? You can't
Right.
buy them online anyway. And
Right.
get them shipped here.
Right.
It just doesn't work. So I'm looking and I'm like, damn, same thing. I think it was I forget which bottle it was, but anyway, I'm looking at the prices and they're like $500.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay,
ridiculous.
if that was here, you're spending $70.
right, right.
It's just absurd.
So I try to remember that when I'm standing in line and nothing happens,
And then you miss out.
and right, or the other way,
Yeah.
where you can't stand in line that day and you miss out. It's like, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's how it goes though. Cause I mean, I've checked out places on my lunch just to see if I luck out, maybe
Right.
something slipped through the cracks and people didn't know it was there. It doesn't happen. I'll be like, hey, anything cool in today? Oh yeah, but it's gone. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like, you need to get in line. I'm like, well, I can't because
Right.
I was at work. So it wasn't really an option for me.
And I get it. It's frustrating, but it's the system that we have to work with, and we just have to work with it. You know.
We need to find a retired friend, an older
Yeah.
friend
Yeah.
that just doesn't mind hopping in line.
Maybe I'll get my father-in-law to.
You
go
should.
hunting.
It's not a bad
He'd
idea.
probably be into it too. Actually, I know he would
I thought of sending Liz to the store on her days off a couple times.
with the kids.
That's well. Hey, I'm telling you, man. I've
Oh,
seen
I know.
people.
I've seen it. I
I was at the Giant Eagle the one day, and I got there at 7:45 in the morning. I was the fifth person in line. 7:45, and it's there's like three older ladies, grandparents, and one of them has their grandson with them. He's just sitting in the cart. He sat in that cart and waited with her for an hour and a half.
So good.
And he was so well behaved. He's probably like 3 years old. But it's not the first time I've seen somebody with kids in line.
Right.
Which, I mean, you want to get your stuff.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
I get it.
I don't frown upon it. It's not like they're having the kids drink.
Right.
Oh, one more thing too.
Oh.
I met a guy that was in line. Speaking of having people hop in line for you, this guy's in line with me. He's telling me all these stories. He walks in, older guy, probably in his like 70s, walks in with his cane, and he's like, "Yeah, I was getting these bottles for my son." He's like, you know, I just left my AA meeting and I came straight up here. And I'm like,
Stop it.
I'm like, he goes, well, it's not, I'm not buying it for myself. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I buy it for my son. I just wait in line and I have nothing else to do. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, you have great self-control. If you could
Seriously.
leave AA and then go straight to the liquor store
Although,
and not be tempted.
and maybe this is a stereotype, but are people in the program drinking allocated stuff?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
like,
that's true.
They're probably
getting whatever.
like
I don't know.
complete stereotype. Just what I think of is like
No, you're right though. Like any,
Kombucha or
yeah, it's
whatever.
whatever you get your hands on, some
Yeah.
cheap stuff because they're buying it so often.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Quantity over quality.
Absolutely.
Right.
But when I come to find out, he was buying it for his son. So
Good
I'm
for
like,
him.
good for you, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
Yeah.
my bourbon story for today.
Okay.
Got to get it out there.
All right. We are here at the Collab by Notion.
Indeed.
Beautiful downtown Willoughby.
Mm-hmm.
And
On a beautiful day.
we are recording an episode in place of one that we fucked up.
It was a system error. It wasn't our fault.
You're right. It was. No, but that happens from time to time. And so
Once
we get another excuse to talk.
yeah, we get to hang out, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
once we
that's
get our intern, we'll be fine.
I know. When's that happening? Can we put that out in the universe that we're looking for an intern?
I mean, we could. It's a great experience.
Consider it put out in the universe.
It's out there. And it's officially put out.
Yeah.
We got it. So
But no, actually though, I'm actually glad that we had like a random excuse to do an episode just the two of us. Because again, I actually really enjoy these ones because
we get to talk.
you know,
A little less than we usually, or a little more than we usually do. We talk a lot.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
mean, listen, I love doing the podcast with guests. and that's what makes it go round.
For
but
sure.
at the same time, it's almost like you're working sometimes, right? Like we're trying to make it flow. We're trying to make it some kind of sense out of it, whatever. And really, when we started this thing, it was just because you and me would sit like in my basement or
bullshitting about
your
life.
house, and we would just be bullshitting. We're like, we should put this on video.
Yeah.
Or we should record this.
Record it, yeah. Because that's what we're doing. We're just sitting around talking about kids and life.
And I was thinking the other day, or actually this morning, about summer.
Oh,
We had a really nice day today, and it was like almost 50, well, got to 50
it was
degrees.
50
I
degrees,
think.
yeah.
And we started signing up our kids for different summer programs.
Oh, yeah.
And, we didn't really get to do a lot of that last year with COVID and everything else. And so I guess I was going to ask you, what are you guys doing with your kids this summer?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I have no plans. Like I'm so stuck in like this midwinter just lull that like there's like no end in sight. I mean, now that you start getting the nice weather, you start to get that hope again. But no, I don't think we have any plans. I know since Liz will be off all summer.
Oh, that's right.
She'll be home
That
with the
makes a
kids,
difference.
so that'll help. But
makes
I
a
think that we
difference.
would prefer to probably put them somewhere just so to give her a break.
Yeah.
So it's not all day every single day. So I don't know. We got to figure that out.
Well, it's good for the kids too.
Well, yeah, they need to get out and be around other kids.
So we're doing a bunch of different camps for Gibbs.
Yeah, that's what I think Liz wants to
We're doing
do.
a baseball camp and science camp and.
Oh yeah, the science camp. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So those are all like signing up right now.
That's something I need to look into.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
Yeah, we should. I'm in. We need to think. I need to think of ideas. I'm constantly looking for activities for them to get into.
Listen, all I'm going to say is, with Liz being off all summer, if our kids go to the same camp, then maybe I don't have to take off work to go get my kid.
That's true. That is true.
Completely selfish.
Might need to get Liz a minivan.
Yeah.
Or like a conversion van. I don't think she's doing that. I don't think she could do the minivan. I mean, they're not bad.
I like them.
I forgot which one it is. Looks pretty damn nice. The Sienna.
Yeah.
Doesn't really
They're
look too
pretty
much like a
nice.
minivan these days.
Dude, minivans don't look like they used to.
No, man. God.
And they're super practical.
They're so practical. They ride like shit. Well, the one that I rented
really?
to go to New Jersey was just awful.
Really? The one we had in Florida was fantastic. It was, what's the Chrysler one?
Oh,
Pacifica.
Those are so nice too.
Yeah, that was nice.
I have to pay like the Dodge. I don't even know what the hell it was, but it was perfect for that trip because, you have the kids back there. Liz could get up and move to the back and go deal with them and come back, move around easily. It had plenty of room in it. They're great. Yeah. I just don't think she wants to get one, which I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. You're not getting a van, are you?
Yeah. So, anyway, the baseball camp that we just signed Gibbs up for is at South High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. What's the age group?
Like 5 to 9 or something like that.
Nice. Okay. Something to look into then, because I mean,
literally
need
just
some activities.
found out about it today. So, Chelsea signed him up.
I wonder if it's through the same. How does that work? So how do those camps work? Is it like all day?
This camp is all freaking day.
Wow.
So all right. So you can do 2 sessions. So you either do the hitting session or the fielding and base running session, or both.
Okay. How long? And they're all.
We did both, and it's like 9 a.m. to 4.
Jeez.
3:30, something like that.
Man.
So I mean, it's a full day,
And is it 5 days a week?
I think so. It's only for 1 week.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So 5 days that
it's
week.
5 days for that week. Yeah.
That's cool. I remember doing something like that for when I was younger for baseball and then basketball too.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. But like I remember when I went though, I was like probably 10 or 12. So I rode my bike to everything because both my parents worked. So I would just hop on my bike and.
Well, that's what we did.
Yeah, because I mean, I would ride well, you're not doing that obviously at 5 years old from Concord to Willoughby, but.
Why not?
I mean, I don't think any kids are riding their bikes anywhere these days.
Yeah, I know, right?
But Yeah, that's what we did though, right? Do you remember travel ball, like when we were like 12 years old?
Yeah. You ride your bike.
Your parents couldn't take you, so you just ride your bike there.
Yeah. I remember I rode my bike to Garfield one time.
Yeah.
Because I had a game, and I think it was like my dad was supposed to take me, and he got called in to like work, or he had to work a double or something like that. Wasn't planned on. And he was just like, well, you're just gonna have to miss your game. Like, I'm not missing my game.
Hell no. Luckily it was at Garfield, not like
right. It was reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, think about that. You're riding up to the field, and you have your bat bag on your back. Mm-hmm. You remember those things back in the day too? They weren't like they weren't the backpacks with like the little things for the bats.
There was one strap.
There was one strap, and then you have that giant long part for your bat.
That strap was also miserable because it
was like sharp.
Yeah, because it was always on the fence and just getting cut constantly.
Oh, those things were terrible. Those things weighed a ton. I don't even know why I had so much shit in there.
So much shit.
But you had a Gatorade. Mm-hmm. Gotta have your balls in there.
Seeds.
Gotta have the seeds. What flavor seeds?
I was a regular guy.
Same. I mean, I could do the other ones.
The barbecue's pretty good.
Ranch is all right. They have like a buffalo ranch now. I don't know. I never really got into the flavors too much. I was always
like a
plain.
Regular. Yeah. A little salt.
That's all you need. A little salt. Yeah. Just a tiny bit of salt, a little bit of sodium, to help you out in those hot days. But man, those are the days.
I think
baseball camp.
Baseball camp. We're doing the science camp at Great Lakes Science Center.
Okay.
There's some kind of superhero camp that I don't think that we signed them up for.
Where's that at? Is it at the Science Center too?
I don't know.
I got to look into this stuff.
I know.
So here's the deal. You got to start looking at that stuff now. It's March now. So you need to start looking at all that now. And it's the kind of stuff you don't really think about.
Well, and
that's the problem.
Quick.
Yeah. Because everybody's looking for something to do.
Right.
And especially after you miss an entire year of activities, everybody's hungry to go do something.
Well, I do know, shout out to the sponsor, Little Scholars summer camp is going to be awesome this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean, this is kind of like work stuff, but
yeah, well, work stuff is good. It's all relevant.
So last year, like summer camp is always a lot of fun for us. We go on cool field trips and we do a lot of different things with the kids and go to the pool every day and all that kind of stuff. It's really fun. And last year that was like all taken away.
Yeah.
Right. No one was doing camps. No one was doing activities. You couldn't have large groups. Understandable.
Well, yeah, that's what was going on.
It was just kind of a mess and we had to figure out things to do with the kids. This year, they're still not booking a lot of those things because it's kind of an unknown.
Yeah.
And so
people are a little hesitant to do it.
Right. So for the last couple of months, we've been kind of brainstorming, and we're doing this thing. We're going to call it Little Explorers. And, we've talked quite a bit on the podcast, actually, about how fortunate we are to have all these amazing parks by us.
Tons.
The Metro Parks and what's the other one?
Yeah, the Metro, farm parks,
Metro Parks, all these things.
Holden Arboretum, all that kind of stuff.
So we said we're going to do this Explorers Camp where we take the kids to different parks and you don't have to sign up for any activities. We just go and we do our own thing. Mm-hmm. And so we're getting these backpacks together with journals and magnifying glasses and things like that.
That's great.
And we're going to go to a different park every week. And they're going to do,
like scavenger hunts
and, things like that to kind of spur an interest in nature, which I think is good for these kids.
Absolutely. I mean, last year I did that with, it wasn't like a weekly thing, but I bought my kids this pack. It was like a bug catching kit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it came with all these different little tools and containers and things like that for them to catch bugs, and they were so into it. Every day after I get home from work and whatever, I don't even know what the hell we were doing last summer. I guess they were home all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They were home.
So I come home from work and that's what we would do. They would just go to the backyard.
Doing half days last summer.
Yeah. Well, no, I started full time back in May.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then Liz went back full time.
March and April that you were doing half days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which I loved that, by the way. It was nice.
Yeah.
Morning with the kids and then head over to work at noon. But those type of activities for the kids are great. Get them, like you said, get them interested in stuff outside.
Right.
Get them away from all the screen time. I mean, and we talked about this. Screen time's not a terrible thing.
No.
But like when it comes time for summer, though, get outside because we're stuck inside all winter long with nothing to do.
We can use our screen time allocation in the winter.
Yes. Screen time away in the winter time because there's nothing else to do,
Right.
especially this winter. You had nowhere to go.
Right.
I mean, things are starting to open back up. I saw the farm parks opening back up.
Yep.
I don't know when the Children's Museum will open back up, but that was such a great thing in the wintertime. Something that we used to do.
Love
man,
that place.
I just can't wait for summer. I just can't wait to be outside all the time.
Yeah, I think if we get these kids in some camps and do some fun activities, I think it'll help our sanity.
Yes.
And then also
Keep them excited and happy.
You know what's fun about those things is, at least this is what I envision, is Gibbs is going to go to baseball camp and then get done at, 4:00, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pick him up, and then he's going to want to come home and show me everything that he learned.
Yeah, it's like going to school. It's fun.
And I love doing that. I love it, especially in the summer, is, Chelsea calling us in. It's time for dinner. Come on in.
Yeah. Being outside.
That's
just
always
playing.
fun. Like, pitch him 100, 200 balls so that he can hit the ball.
Yeah.
And he loves that.
Yeah. That's what's, making it fun, keeping them outside playing.
Right.
That's what's fun.
We got the dog now, so maybe the dog can go fetch the ball.
That could go one of two ways.
Yeah.
The dog could fetch the ball, or he could get it and start chewing on it and just make it his toy. That's something that would happen with our wiffle balls.
That's true.
Went through quite a few packs of wiffle balls last year.
Mm.
But, what are you going to do? It's, at least we're outside. Everybody's having fun. Dog's having fun. Got to get the dog outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to have a yard by
Probably
then?
not. Probably not. That's the downside.
Yeah. Well, you got the street.
Be dirt.
Dirt's good. Baseball fields are dirt, right?
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a little rough. Not as, flat.
Right.
But, hey, the best practice is a rough surface. You don't know where the ball's going to go.
Right.
It's like us back in the day in the outfield. Never played on a good field. Those balls are going, if the ball hit the ground in front of you, it's shooting over your head, hit you in the face.
So bad.
It was just so dangerous.
I remember playing baseball as a kid. Like, obviously we were always playing on the same teams, and we would go to like these tournaments and the fields were immaculate. You're like, wait, what is this?
Dude.
Like, there's no rocks.
Some of those fields were amazing. Yeah.
Where's all the rocks?
Yeah, but how good were we though?
So good.
Maybe the ball was rolling between our legs because
Nope.
nah, it doesn't get past us.
Got everyone.
You know what? When I experienced amazing baseball fields is when I played at Lakeland.
Yeah.
We went to Florida, and those fields down there. We went there in the spring, and but just like golf course grass, man. Like that shit was just perfectly flat.
What is it about a ball field?
It's the best thing
That
ever.
is just so
Just amazing.
calming and like just amazing.
Yeah, man. It's the best.
I don't know about you. Like, even when I go watch a game and seeing the field, like at the Indians when they do on Sundays, that they used to.
Oh, the kids come out there and run
Yeah,
around.
they like to get to run the bases and stuff like that. I don't know, just walking onto the field is just like
Amazing. I got to play there once.
really.
Mm-hmm. Back when it was the Jake. When I was a junior in high
It's
school.
always the Jake.
Yeah, it's always the Jake. I got to play there. And I have this picture. So, funny story. There's a picture of me hitting a ball, and Rose is on third, and the ball's hitting the air, and I got the bat back, and I'm looking in the sky. I'm looking up in the air.
Yeah.
Rose is looking at it. Our coach is looking at it, and the catcher's standing up, and the umper, they're all looking in that direction. And I told Liz when I first started dating her, I'm like, yeah, she showed her these old pictures. I'm like, oh yeah, that's when I hit a home run at the Jake. And I told her that I just, that story. And then like years later, I told her, I'm like, yeah, that, I don't know how it came up. And I'm like, yeah, that was just a fly. I flew out to like left field. She's like, you told me that was a home run. I'm like, yeah, of course I did. The picture was freaking amazing. It looks like I just hit a bomb. The way everybody's staring, looking at the ball, it's perfect. But she's like, oh,
That's amazing.
I'm like, does that change things for us? She's like, kind of. I mean, she was already married to me at that point, so she was stuck, but he was getting divorced because of that picture.
Life's full of disappointment.
Yeah. We didn't really hit a home run, babe. Could imagine what it would be like if I did.
But I knew somebody.
Yeah, but I saw a guy a few times hit some bombs there.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You're right. Mark McGuire. Saw one of his home runs there, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't know the
Big
game
Mac
where he
was
hit like the
amazing with the
freaking scoreboard.
scoreboard. Were
Oh
you
my
there?
god! Yeah, we were. That was the Menor baseball or the McMinn baseball night or something like that. One of those, like where all the kids were there. We were all young. You weren't there?
No.
Oh, you know what? I
don't
went there
think
with BJ because he played at Menor. I think Arco was there. Yeah, because Menor had that baseball night there. I don't think McMinn had the baseball night there.
Yeah, probably
we were,
not.
we were small time.
For McMinn to have a baseball night.
We did. It was at the Civic Center.
Yeah, right. No, I remember watching the highlight of that though.
Oh, it was amazing. That ball.
How good was Sports Center back in the day?
Was about, dude, think about going home. So paint the picture. Summer night. You're playing with your friends all day. All we did was we played baseball.
Sweaty.
Just so sweaty. Just come home. It's late. Hop on the couch. Sports Center.
Yep.
Watch the bottom line for scores.
Dude, I remember when McGuire and Sosa were in the home run.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, that was when baseball was just
Dude,
like
there would be like regular TV shows on, and they would put picture in picture on, like because there was a home run update.
Yeah.
Just whenever they were
home run
at bat.
update. Yep. It was amazing. Bring PEDs back.
Seriously. All right, let's talk about that.
What's it gonna hurt? Nothing. You know, these teams didn't win World Series because they had these guys.
This is going to sound terrible. But if you're a professional and there are things out, I don't know. I'm a huge proponent of PEDs. Like abusing, no.
No, but taking them for that's your profession.
Like
wrestlers.
Why wouldn't you try and get an edge?
Why not? And then if you don't, then whatever. Good for you. You know, if you're a guy that doesn't want to do it, then don't. But these guys were.
They should all be on them.
I'm fine
How
with it.
How entertaining would the game be?
Think about the 90s.
They were so good.
The 90s baseball was the best. I'm telling you, man.
Seeing freaking what was it? Walker, Larry Walker.
Larry Walker.
Dude used to hit bombs, bro.
Bombs, dude. I can name so many 90s baseball players that were just phenomenal to watch. There was probably all on PEDs.
And I'm probably pretty close now, but I remember the Indians and the Mariners were like the teams.
Oh yeah.
And we could name off every single like starting lineup.
Yeah.
So good.
It was amazing. Oh my God. Dude, I just think about how amazing
it was.
So
entertaining.
It was amazing. It was so much fun. It was phenomenal.
Dude, just think about it. In the 90s, baseball was the most exciting sport to watch.
It was.
And now all you hear is how baseball's so boring.
Nobody wants to watch it anymore. And I don't know if it's just the times but I think it's because of how they got rid of all that shit. Like, I mean, it's not entertaining. And then they try to juice the ball, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, home runs are fun. It was just not the same, though. It just doesn't seem the same. There's not that home run race. There's not something exciting to keep track of.
Right.
There's not like that powerhouse team.
All-time records that people were going after.
Yeah.
You know, and not even like individual records. You know, you'd have the Mariners, they win 117 games?
Yeah. They were just amazing.
Like, what an amazing team.
And then we beat them.
Yeah, we did. No big deal. And then we lost.
Yeah, that's true. That was bullshit, by the way.
Such bullshit.
Well, Cleveland luck, 95, you go and then you play the Braves, who have the best pitching rotation in the history of baseball.
Dude, can we talk about that pitching rotation for a second?
Absolutely.
How ridiculous is it to think? Like, what was you know what I want to know is what was their payroll?
That's a great question. Intern, can you look that up?
Intern, look it up.
Get on the iPad.
But they had Greg Maddux,
dude,
Tom Glavine.
Maddux, I saw this stat about him. I have to look it up. It's so
consecutive
absurd.
Innings without a walk.
How many balls he threw? Like, I mean, I forgot what the numbers were, but it was like, I can't remember. It was insane. Just like how amazing of a pitcher he was. I mean, even the relievers were phenomenal. Their closers were, I mean, everything. They were such a great team. And of course, we run into that team. And then 97, you run into a team that they built for the season.
The Marlins that just like...
You just built this all-star team.
They weren't even a freaking team.
No.
They were only a team for what, 3 years, 2 years?
If that, maybe 2.
Yeah.
They brought all these guys in to win a World Series. And we should have won that series, by the way.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who did we
was
bring
his
in?
name?
Nagy. Brought in Nagy, I think, to relieve.
Who's the guy that hit the ball?
Oh man, good question. I
I
think
can't remember his name.
Council was on third. He scored the winning run.
Whatever.
But regardless, it sucked.
But how much fun was that? Like, you know what? I sometimes I get sad about the fact that our kids are never going to go through a season like that.
Maybe they will with the Browns.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah, totally fair.
Certainly not going to be the Indians.
We never got to do that with the Browns. So
Oh no, we didn't. Shit, we went through the times that they weren't here
yeah, we did.
until '99, right?
Yeah,
And it was just miserable from then until
but we didn't care.
no, it was just
We had so much fun. I mean,
you did. So
we went to
maybe,
Bottle
but the thing
Gate
is, I just don't think baseball has the draw that it used to, which is depressing.
because they need to be juicing.
Yeah,
I mean,
Get another
literally,
home run
baseball
race
is
going.
so much better.
it's
The
phenomenal.
pitcher- And you know what? When in that era, when pitchers had a phenomenal game,
Mm-hmm.
how amazing was that?
It was the best.
Because think about that. Like, talk about that Braves team.
Yeah,
That pitching staff was so good in an era where everybody was cheating.
there was amazing pitchers.
Who was their starting rotation? It was Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine.
That's what I was trying to think of it.
John Smoltz.
Oh, Smoltz too.
Uh,
Was that Mark Waller like a reliever? I can't remember.
who's the knuckleballer?
Oh, the dude that played for the Red Sox?
Yeah. Didn't he used to play for the Braves?
He may have. I can't remember now. It's killing me to try to think of that starting rotation.
Like, they were so good.
Just stupid, man. We went 5 games with them, didn't we? Or no? Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucked, though. But, man, that was so much fun. And leave it to Cleveland, too. I remember in 95 when we lost to the Braves, and they still had like a parade-type thing downtown.
Yeah.
I went to it with my...
Did you?
Yeah, with my neighbors. But
I
just
remember.
like,
No,
it's
we
almost-
got swept. They didn't go 5 games.
we didn't get swept.
Didn't?
No, we
No,
won a
we
couple
did
games,
win?
I think. Yeah, I think. Or maybe, I think we may have won 1 game.
Maybe. I
I have to look
remember
that up.
whatever game that it was finally over. I remember sitting in my basement with Drew Gaborko,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember in tears.
Oh, yeah. I remember being in tears for 97, too.
How old were we? 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12, I remember crying when we lost.
Yeah.
Because I was at a friend's house, and then I went, because we went into extras.
Yep.
We were 1 strike away from winning. They tie it up, and then I had to go home because it was late. I remember being at home, and then that hit up the middle, just being just absolutely devastated.
So garbage.
Good times, Cleveland fans. Great
So
times being a
anyway-
Cleveland fan. God,
So anyway,
Baseball camp.
Baseball camp.
which is going to be great. And then you got
It will
baseball
be.
season coming up. They start what? And you guys don't start till June, right?
Yeah.
I think we're like May, but
So Gibbs starts flag football at the end of this month. So I'm pretty excited about
that's
that.
good. Yeah,
And then baseball in June.
yeah. I gotta find some more activities.
So this camp is in April, I think.
The baseball one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's early,
Yeah.
so it's not even summer.
No.
So we got to come up with some summer ideas.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get out and do as much as we possibly can. I was thinking about this the other day about how we talked about this, how we, at the end of the summer, how we're always like, oh man, can't wait for fall.
Right.
Can't wait for the season change, which is always nice. Trust me. We
Yeah.
get to that point every single summer, but then you know what's coming and it's just
Right.
nothing. And I want to take, especially after last year, not doing anything for a full summer, like nothing open, nothing to do.
Right.
Definitely want to take advantage of everything this year.
For sure. For sure. I plan on taking the kids to all the parks, and I want to go to some captains games, some
Yeah.
Indians games. I don't know.
Whatever you could get to. Yeah, I mean, shit. You should go to high school games.
Yeah, 100%.
Like there was a time where I used to go up and just watch a game, just like stop at like Menor and just watch a few innings or something.
Right.
Because it's awesome. I love it. I just love being around the game. It's so much fun.
Yeah, we should do that.
But get the kids into it. I mean, it's exciting. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We should get into softball.
I would.
Dude, I love it. Softball's so much fun.
I
If it wasn't for my shoulder being all jacked up, I would definitely kept playing.
I mean, mine's garbage for sure.
Oh, mine just falls off.
I don't know that I would want to do like a competitive league.
I did play in a few, and it was
Like those guys are too intense for me.
they're intense.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Intense. We played with these guys.
camping?
We played these guys. Yeah, we played these guys at Garfield this one time, and they play like a national softball leagues. Like these guys are unbelievable.
Yeah.
So the first few innings we're keeping up with them, and then all of a sudden they're like, all right, they decided they're going to start playing. And I remember this guy steps up to the plate. It's like the third inning. Guy goes, hey, so and so, show them how to hit a home run. Or he's like, put this ball where these guys, that's out of these guys' league. We're like, yeah, okay. Next pitch. This dude hits the ball. Garfield.
Yeah.
Dude hits the ball like onto the train tracks, like over the top of the trees. I've never seen a home run like that. I'm like, I can hit a ball, but I'm like, that's a completely different game right there. These guys were unbelievable. Yeah, but that's a competitive league. I also did play in a co-ed league.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
That'd be fun.
That was a lot of fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
So, I mean, in our old age, that's more our speed.
Yeah. I'm in.
It is fun, though,
I'm in
man.
for
Those
doing
beer
something
leagues
like
and stuff
that.
like that,
Yeah.
like, it's a lot of fun. But, I mean, those competitive leagues, I mean, there's, like, fights.
Really?
Yeah. I witnessed a fight of two guys on the same team on the field, on the field next to us. It was so entertaining.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. But that's because I just love playing baseball so much. But I was too washed up to keep playing baseball, so I just started playing softball, and then I got washed up in softball too. So
You're not washed up.
thanks, man.
You're like washed down.
I don't know if that's a compliment, but I appreciate it. I know you meant well. I think maybe.
Totally. No, I am definitely looking forward to summer. I think it's going to be key to get these kids out and do as much as we can. Do as much as we can,
Other thing,
patios.
yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Just random get-togethers with friends.
Yeah.
Like we did not do that
We
at
didn't
all.
do it.
I mean, we kind of did a little bit,
Well,
but like just other groups, like other friends and stuff like
Right.
that. Like you used to go to the park and be like,
Golfing.
hey, meet us golfing.
We hardly golfed at all last year.
I know, except for
Well,
outing season.
Yeah. But even that was cut short,
Yeah, that was
so
on a smaller scale. So I mean, and I will say this too about you said you want to hit up all the parks.
Mhm.
There's one thing that screwed up all my park activities is people found out about parks
Yeah.
in the area.
Yeah.
Like
I
they've
remember
always
you
been
talking about that.
available, but now all of a sudden like those places are packed. I'm like,
Right.
damn it! This was my go-to. There was never anybody at these parks. I mean, there was, but not to the extent of what it is now. These places are packed. They're just crawling with people, which good on them.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting
Yeah.
out and doing those things, which is
Right.
great to see, and taking advantage of these parks that are available to all of us. I mean, we have parks all around us, which is
So many good
amazing. So, there's other things. I just can't think of other ideas.
I have a proud dad moment.
Go for it.
Speaking of parks, because you jogged my memory of a story of, I believe it was Ben that just like started peeing in the woods or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So today we went over to check out the house, and they're drywalling and stuff like that. We're a couple months out from being able to move in. So we're getting ready to leave, and Gibbs goes, "Hey, can I pee? I have to pee." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Go for it, dude." So he goes out to the back and starts peeing. Whatever.
We're out that like little patio spot.
Yeah. And then I hear a man's voice, and it's one of the contractors. He's like, "Hey, buddy, whatever." I'm like, "Sorry about that, no big deal." And I'm like, "Wait, where's Sloan?" I look out there.
She peeing too?
Sloan, pants around her ankles, just squatting down, peeing right outside.
Hey.
This fucking contractor right there. Like,
Hey,
oh
man.
my God.
She's like, if he's doing it, I'm doing
Yeah.
it. It's not fair. Just because he's a boy doesn't mean he gets to pee wherever he wants.
Right.
I mean, it's a little more subtle when boys pee.
Yeah, maybe. So super proud dad moment.
Yeah,
My
absolutely.
daughter doesn't give a shit.
I thought you were gonna say like one of the neighbors was out like in their backyard or something.
No,
Well,
no.
because the other day we were at your house and Sam peed in the front yard,
Yeah.
and then you saw the opportunity to go again,
Right.
and he starts peeing, and then Ben starts peeing, and I look over and your neighbors to the right are like in their kitchen, and I'm like, oh my God, they're like facing him. I'm like, oh God, hopefully he doesn't see this. Cool neighbors moving in. There's a bunch of kids peeing everywhere.
Good luck.
We don't have a bathroom, man. Come on.
So yeah, that was fun.
That's awesome. That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Good for Sloaney. And
She
good.
was not shamed at all.
Good. She shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't see a porta potty. Was there a porta potty?
No.
Where do these guys go in the bathroom? Family room?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, like
Good question, actually.
some pump.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that. Like,
Yeah.
like
I don't know.
because I didn't see any bathrooms
Probably
around.
just going off the side of the house.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I get it.
There's a lot of privacy back there. You're good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Totes.
yeah, totally, man. As long as they're not doing it in the house. I didn't smell any urine when we were there, so that's good.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, man, I can't wait for warm weather. Like today was 50 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm like I don't need a coat. It's great. Lunchtime, just went outside.
So nice.
Glorious. And then tomorrow's gonna be like 30 again. But
I know it's supposed to snow again.
of course it is, though. I mean, it's March.
Yeah.
March in Northeast Ohio. You're getting snow until at least like
for sure. Easter
April.
At least.
Yeah, and it's early this year. Easter. That'll be fun. You know what I miss, by the way, speaking of Easter and Lent and things like that? Fish fries.
Oh yeah.
Haven't done a fish fry in a while. I've done takeout. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Because like any takeout that you get, it's going to be soggy.
Well, and the
It's not
best
all you
thing
can
about
eat.
a fish fry is all you can eat.
Exactly. I mean, we
You're
could
like,
do
yeah,
that. We
run
could
it
go to one.
back.
Yeah. Like, keep them coming
Yeah.
one day.
We can go.
We can. I mean,
I'm in.
they're available, right? We could do it.
I think so.
I mean, we're supposed to go out. I'm supposed to go out on Saturday for my birthday. You guys might go, I think, maybe, possibly.
I think we're gonna go.
So,
Figure it out.
yeah, birthdays. I'm getting old. I don't like to celebrate them anymore
Why?
because I don't like getting old.
Why?
Because it sucks.
Why?
Because everything hurts.
Why?
Because I'm tired. Because I'm old, man. I got gray hair and shit. Like I'm falling apart.
Same.
I'm getting like silver fox on the side here.
Dude, the whole side of my head is gray.
I know.
That's why I wear a hat.
I guess I never really noticed.
Oh,
Wow.
Chelsea noticed the other day. She goes, "What is all that?" I'm like, "Mind your business."
Liz says she likes it. I'm like, I don't. I'm going to pluck all of them out. It's only a matter
Well,
of
there's
time
no
before
plucking for me. It's a,
No,
it's a.
I'm too far gone
I
at this
need
point.
clippers.
Mine are like it's just on the sides.
Yeah, that's mine too.
But yeah, good times.
It's all right.
So what else is going on, man?
Nothing, dude. Kind of covered it.
Yeah, I know.
Summer's like my big thing right now is trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these kids. I mean, that's the thing is like this is the first year that
They're old
the
enough to
kids
start
are
doing
in
these
school.
activities.
Well, the kids are in school and then like there's going to be a summer break.
Yeah, that is
Like,
like
you
the
gotta
first
figure
time.
out what to do with them.
Yeah,
And like that sounds shitty, but
but it's true though
so-
because you got to
we
work.
don't-
You
we don't get summer break.
no. God,
So,
summer break. God,
yeah.
think about that when you were younger. Just 2 months of just whatever the hell you want to do.
Oh yeah. Well, it's even more than that because it's like the last 2 weeks before school ends.
Mm-hmm.
You're not checked in.
No, nobody is.
No, you're figuring out where the parties are going to be or what team, what your team going to look like and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And then 2 weeks when school starts, no one pays attention.
No.
Yeah.
Syllabus week.
Right.
Nobody pays attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's those are glorious days, man.
So
Oh,
yeah,
good
I mean,
days.
I really got to figure out like my kids are definitely going to go to the daycare for like consistently throughout the summer.
Yeah.
But then I'm trying to supplement with other camps and other things that
I need to get my kids in somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much on Liz.
right.
So
Especially with the baby.
well yeah.
Like
It's gonna be very
gonna be a lot.
difficult. Yeah. So I mean I still get to go to work, so I don't have to deal with anything all day.
Right.
And that sounds shitty. That
No,
sounds really
but-
shitty. But the thing is, for anybody, it's good to have the kids away from you, just to be
Yes.
around other kids and keep that consistent.
even if it's just
Socializing.
for a mental health break.
And also
You
for the
need
parents,
that.
you need it. Yeah. Or even if it's
And
not,
then for the kids, right?
and for the kids, like if you're both working, yes. I mean,
Right.
you don't have that option. Like I had to go to summer camps when I was younger.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. hated summer camp
Really?
because I had my friends that were home,
Right.
so like they were doing whatever they wanted in the neighborhood or whatever. I had to go to summer camp and it sucked.
Right. Because you're not with your friends. Yeah,
You're not with your
I
friends.
get it.
I mean, you're making new friends, which is
Right.
great. It's fantastic. But I just not like those summer camps that I went to.
Yeah, I get
So-
it. Well, that's where we have an opportunity as parents to get our kids in the same camps.
True. If they have a friend with them. That's true because as I got a little bit older, I started going to summer camp with Fatika, actually.
Yeah.
So it was better because I knew him
Right.
and it
That's
made it a lot more fun. Yeah, absolutely. So,
Hmm.
but we'll see. We'll see
Figure
what
that out
happens.
then.
And then, I took Ben to the park today, and it was like 43 degrees by the time we got there. But that was, it was glorious. Well, my mom took Sam today, so I just had Ben alone.
Oh, nice.
I rarely have one-on-one time with Ben.
Right.
So that was really awesome.
That's important to do too.
Yeah, I was telling somebody that the other day at work. They said they recently had another baby, and he was talking about like having one-on-one time with his older son, and I'm like, that's really, really important. You should do that a lot because it's right now for the older child getting used to a baby being in the house and not having that full attention on them.
Right.
You need to have those mom and son time or dad and son time or daughter time, whatever it's going to be, just to have that special time so they feel. Not to say they feel important, but I guess really
Well, it is,
it's just
though.
that they still are important to them,
Right.
to you. Like that's,
They're getting the attention.
yeah.
Right.
And it's just cool to have one kid at a time. It's just like, ooh,
Amazing.
it's glorious. So yeah, we did that. And then, been trying to get out a lot more, even when it's cold.
Yeah.
I'm also having Sam do some like chores lately too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I made him take out the garbage the other day. I had him try to take the big can out when it was full. That was kind of almost a
not so
disaster.
much.
No,
Yeah.
he's able to do it when it's empty, but when that thing's full, it's heavy.
Yeah.
And then walked him up to my grandma's house up the street, and him and Ben took the garbage can up to the house, and I was like,
Nice.
"This is good, man." And they got their first allowance. My grandma gave them some money.
Really?
First allowance.
Wow.
Yeah,
Look at them.
that's in my pocket.
Balling. Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, that's really nice."
Dad's getting a new bottle.
Mine going towards the bottle fund. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
good times. So yeah, man, I don't know.
Got any new hacks?
I thought I had one. I had one the other day. I thought I shared it, but maybe I didn't. Nah, I don't at the moment. I might have to think about this. What about you?
So I got a hack for puppy training.
Oh, okay.
So this is gonna sound crazy, but the puppy's pretty young, and
Yeah.
so I was trying to think of like how I was training my kids to.
Go to the bathroom.
Well, no, that's a lost cause. But no, like just all right. So some of my old dad hacks were always like misdirection, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of implemented that for the puppy. So Walter gets in his moods where he's just super energetic and he wants to go run around, and Gibbs then feeds into that, and they like go at each other, and
Yeah.
it's just insane, and it boils my blood.
It's
'Cause
pure
it's
chaos.
like, come on, guys, it's 9:00 at night.
Yeah.
Like let's just stop. So I tried to do a little misdirection.
Okay.
So I got a bell.
I thought you said I got a belt. I was like, wow, this got dark
Jeez.
fast.
No. So I got a bell, like these little bells, and it's so much different. So like, you actually gave me the idea of the change in the water bottle
yeah.
for when he's doing something wrong. But so for the bell, it's more about like just changing his focus,
Okay.
and
So it gets his attention.
yeah, it gets his attention. And the crazy thing is, it works for Gibbs too.
Wow.
So like they're running around and going crazy, and I'll like ring the bell, and then Walter knows it's time to eat, and Gibbs gets a snack.
Pavlov.
And so like they're both at that time like, all right, bedtime snack.
Okay.
And it's been working.
If you get the kids doing it at the same time,
Right.
that's fantastic.
Now Sloan doesn't give a shit.
No, might have to get a spray bottle for her.
Yeah. But no, it's pretty good so far. Like
that's good.
It's
Misdirection for the dog and for Gibson.
Yeah.
That's a dad hack.
That's what I've been doing.
I don't think I have a dad hack. I'm trying to think of something I've been doing, but man. Yeah,
Well,
I don't think
allowance.
I haven't. Well, I mean,
that's kind of a...
here you go. Make chores seem like they're exciting and fun.
Yeah.
Because I told him, like, we're walking the garbage down to the end of the driveway. Because he was excited. He goes, I want to do it. I want to help you. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, you can do this all the time. I'm going to have him take out garbage bags to the backyard and everything. And I go, hey, this is awesome. I'm like, you're getting big enough to do this kind of stuff. I'm like, you're going to be doing this a lot more. He's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, buddy, you're going to be doing like shoveling the driveway, mowing the lawn. He's like, oh, I can't wait to mow the lawn. I'm like, yeah, it's like the best, man. It is actually. I do enjoy mowing the lawn. So I don't know if I'm going to hand that over too quick. But making those things seem exciting to them, and hopefully that sticks.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw this video of these two young kids who are probably like, I don't know, I want to say like 12, 13 years old. And they started their own landscaping business.
Really?
And they started it like in their neighborhood. And then it's like a video of like the progression of their business. And it shows them like, okay, then the kid turned 16. So he bought this truck. He bought himself his first truck. And then he bought a trailer. And it shows like this shitty ass lawnmower that he had. And then it shows like the next lawnmower he bought, like a used,
right?
Whatever the hell
Skag.
Skag. And then he gets like, then all of a sudden the next picture is him with two brand new Skags in this amazing trailer with the leaf blowers and the weed whackers and this giant truck he has. The kid's like 18 years old. Him and his buddy did it. And I'm like, that's awesome.
I love that so much.
The kids like instantly started doing that, like, and they stuck with it. That's really cool to see that.
That's 100% what you want for your kids, right? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, if you could get that work ethic,
understand the value of hard work,
and look what they're buying. Like these kids, they're young, like they're showing like the yards, the houses the neighborhoods they're working in, and they're like giant houses with these beautiful yards. And these kids' lines were amazing.
They were on their game,
big time. So that's awesome, though. I mean, they're buying trucks, they're buying all this equipment with their own money.
I want to buy trucks.
Yeah, I want to buy stuff. I like trucks. I like Skags.
Right.
That's
cool.
Yeah. So hopefully maybe
that's a huge dad hack is like starting them young and making the chores fun.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's something that we have to do. But if you can turn it into a game or make it fun. Well,
then that goes into like those kids starting their own little thing. Show them how awesome it is to earn your own money.
Right.
And then you could be like, oh, I want to buy this. Well, if you have your own money, you can go ahead and buy it. Like,
right.
And then they keep wanting more, and then they want to work. Hopefully,
right.
I don't know how every kid works. I don't know how their brains work, but I think that if you show them how important that is to get a job and want to make money, that's definitely what you want to do.
Sure.
I mean, we all wanted to work. We loved making money.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was great. You go out and spend it. Yeah. You go buy clothes.
Just giving it, so.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the key.
Right.
Is like you spoil your kids up to a certain point, and then it's like you got to cut that shit off, man.
Right. Almost on the other spectrum, other end of the spectrum is, yes, make chores fun and things like that, but also don't give in to the other side to where they just expect that they're going to be given something.
Yeah, they're sitting there.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't think they'll be like that, but
I don't think I ever got like much of an allowance. I think I just did what I was supposed to do. I don't think I got paid for it.
So I remember that there was a certain set of chores or things that needed done that had to be done regardless.
Yeah.
And then there was a whole nother list of things that could be done that were extra.
Okay.
So splitting wood or cleaning out like my mom would do some weird shit, like cleaning out the refrigerator. Like I hated doing that job, but Kyle would do it all the time.
That's great.
And I would go out and split wood because like I was like, oh, well, at least I'm outside.
That's true. I mean, there are some things that suck.
But yeah, there was like the list that like had to be done before you were allowed to go out.
Yeah.
And then once you were out, like if you needed money,
like,
there was a whole nother list that you
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Off of.
I was trying to remember how that all worked.
Yeah.
I think like a sibling hack like you just had would be as an older brother, find the chores that you enjoy and then make your little brother or sister do the other ones.
Do the other ones, yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure that's my brother.
Because they're all going to have to get done regardless.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm really, my goal is to make that stuff important and make sure that I do that the right way.
Well, it starts now then, right?
Yeah. And then, then the other thing is too, you have multiple kids, you get the older one doing it, and then the younger one sees it.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I could do that. And then it,
I mean,
maybe they start getting involved in it.
Be involved, right?
Yeah. So,
Right.
hacks.
Good shit. Yeah.
Dad hacks.
Boom.
That's what we do.
We do it.
Yeah, now as far as proud dad moments go, I don't know if I have anything recently. Oh, here we go. So there's this thing that Sam just randomly started doing, and it's like this. I don't know. It came out of nowhere. So we're at the store, and this has happened on multiple occasions where we're walking and somebody drops something on the floor, like off of a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they didn't pick it up, and Sam goes over to the shelf or over to the item, picks it up, and puts it back where it belongs. I'm like, okay, good job. I told him, I'm like, that's awesome, good idea. I'm like, that's great. That's what you should do. Yeah. And then he's done it before. I've seen him do it a couple times, like putting stuff back where it belongs after he sees it laying on the ground in a store. I'm like, that's great. So that's awesome. And then Ben today, we're at the park, and there's these girls. They're probably like Mila's age. They're playing at the playground, and they're getting ready to leave, and they're on their bikes, and they start driving away. And Ben goes, "Oh, coat." I'm like, "Oh yeah." One of them dropped their coat. Ben runs over, picks it up, and starts running, chasing after the girls to give them their coat.
Such good boys.
I'm like, good boy. I'm like, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
And the girls were like, oh my God, that's so nice. Thank you. And he's like,
no big deal.
Welcome. Yeah. So, I mean, that was pretty cool. I didn't tell him to do that. He just did it on his own. So
that's good though. That's even better if you didn't tell him.
Yeah.
You know?
That's awesome.
That's why you should be proud.
Yeah, for sure. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, there's my proud dad moments.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
I
I don't even know what else is going on, man. It's like such a weird time.
Yeah, it is.
We didn't get JJ Watt.
No, we did not.
I'm kind of okay with that.
So
here's why.
If you would have asked me a week ago, I would say, no, I'll be pissed if we don't get him.
Yeah.
Now that we didn't get him, I'm trying to justify.
I think that's what everybody's trying to do right now.
Saying like, oh, he's not that good. He's at the tail end of his career.
Here was the argument a guy had at work. It was a great point. This is before when we were interested in him and thought we had a chance to get him. Was the dude is phenomenal. It would be amazing to have him with Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Myles Garrett's not getting double teamed every time. He's not getting double teamed every time.
Right.
But you give him this huge contract, right? And he gets hurt quite a bit. I mean, he played a full season last year, so whatever. But dude gets hurt quite a bit.
Yeah.
Imagine you pay this guy a ton of money and he just gets hurt, like OBJ. Like, what if he's out with something? And then I'm just trying to justify because I'm trying to and it's like sour grapes, right? Like, oh, we didn't get him, thank God, right? But I think that it's a possibility that we could get younger guys. I'm not as good as him, obviously, but you have more money to spend, I guess, on more players. But God, it would have been so amazing, I think.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So I'm not bashful about spending Jimmy Haslam's money.
Well, it's like Ken Carmen said, like front load the contract. It's not my money.
Right. It's
not though. These guys, that's what they're in the business for. That's why you buy a team.
As a fan, I want you to spend all of the money.
Yeah.
Like it actually frustrates me when, we're under the cap.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah. Why not?
Why are you
not just
owning a team if you're not doing the most that you can?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I'm not saying throw it away, but
shit, Dan Gilbert was paying
right
$100 million in luxury taxes because he was over the cap every year.
And what happened?
Won a championship.
We're in the finals 4 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean we had LeBron, but I mean we brought in other pieces that helped. So yeah, Dan Gilbert was never shy about spending money that I know of.
No, doesn't seem like it at all.
But then you have, I don't know.
I mean, there's a time and place for it, right? We lost LeBron, and it was like, all right, well, we're not going to pay these guys anymore.
Well,
okay, understood. Like,
because
I think as a fan, that's understandable.
At that point, you know nothing else is happening.
You have this window where you can be really good.
Yeah, spend it.
Spend the money.
Yeah.
So to me, the reports out on JJ Watt was that we offered like $12 million a year or something like that, and he ended up getting 15.5.
Yeah.
You're telling me it's $7 million over 2 years is a difference maker?
That's true. I mean, they should have.
If
Yeah,
it ended
we
up
could
being
have
all
offered it
about
to him.
money.
Yeah.
Now, if he wanted to go to Arizona and be in the sun all the time,
Yeah, because we can't offer that weather.
like, what are you going to do about that?
Yeah, maybe that was his plan all along. Maybe that's what he wanted to do. Who knows?
Like, tell me the alternative. Like, if you're going to say that, well, we're going to spend it on 3 different players, okay, I can go along with that.
Yeah,
But I better see it.
but we don't know what we're
Just
going
to be under the cap for $30 million.
Now, is that
I don't care.
Now, is that like common knowledge that they're trying to stay under the cap? That they're not
No, I don't know that for sure. But we're
I mean, I don't
under
know.
the cap every year.
I don't know what their plan is. I don't know if they're.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Here's the
always
deal.
under the
There's
cap.
a lot of teams that are trying to get under the cap right
Well,
now.
there's
So
a lot
they're
of teams that are trying to get from being over the cap.
Yeah, so they want what they want to do. They're going to start doing is releasing a lot of people.
Right.
So there's going to be people available. I don't know what
And-
caliber, but there's probably going to be some good
hopefully
ones.
these smart people that are in the office that say, okay, well, we're going to not spend a ton of money on J.J. Watt, and we're going to go crazy when all these other players get released.
Let's go get these defensive
I'd be
players.
fine
that we
with
need.
that. I'd be totally fine with that. What I don't want to see is you miss out on a player that could be an impact maker,
Mhm.
and then just don't do anything else. It's the same thing with the Indians.
Oh God.
Like, okay, cool. Your payroll's $30 million a year, and you're competing against teams that are $200 million a year.
Yeah, they're paying
like
a player that much
but
money.
at least in baseball, like there is no cap. So, okay, you have your limits.
Yeah.
When there's a cap, like you better understand that if you're owning a team, like that's what you're willing to pay.
True. That's Indians. Good Lord, man. Just
Although, how about what's his name?
Mickey Callaway.
Well, that's a whole nother situation. All right, let's talk Mickey Callaway.
Okay.
How is it that these stories don't come out until freaking 4 years later?
And then they start like flooding.
I don't understand this. Like, if it was actually the worst kept secret, then how are people not saying anything and dealing with the problem right then and there?
I don't know.
I don't understand this.
That's the thing that sucks, man. And then you think about these coaches that, like Francona, who, if this goes further, which it looks like it's going to, probably just going to retire.
Yeah.
Because he can't deal with much more.
Well, his kid's calling him out. Which I can't imagine how that feels.
Terrible. The poor guys, I mean, I can't even imagine. And then the ownership and the general managers, they put him out there for a press conference, knowing
he's going to get crushed.
That's the only questions people are going to ask.
Right.
They don't give a shit about what's going on with the team right now.
Well, there is no team.
That's true. Team, but so they know he's going to get crushed, and he did.
Yep.
And then people are just destroying him.
Right.
They're like, "Oh, he knew about it," and it's like, "Well, I don't know much about it, about what happened. I mean, I kind of, I have an idea."
Well, from what I understand, it's more about dude was just kind of a
This is a scumbag, right? I mean,
yeah, scumbag's a good word. Where he was going after chicks or whatever while he's married.
yeah.
It sounds like it was all like consensual, but regardless, it's wrong.
Well, yeah, and it doesn't look good, and then it doesn't look good on the team because
No, not at all.
they knew about it. I don't know. I guess they, at some point there was probably something reported. But how did it not go further than just talking to the Indians?
You know what a clubhouse is like. Even maybe not at that level, but
Oh yeah.
we know what it's like to be on a team. Like, you know what people are doing.
Well, yeah. I mean, shit. Like as a coach, think about like being like Tressel when the players were selling their golden pants, and then all that shit happened, which is ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah.
That they shut down. They
Vacated wins for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's such
So here's the
such a
question.
stupid thing. But like, as a coach, though, like if this stuff's going on and you're not reporting it, I mean, you have like your best players that are doing this shit, you have owners and the school breathing down your neck like, okay, well, just this is what's going on. We'll take care of it. What can you do as a coach? I mean, you could come out and.
So here's the question: is what responsibility do you have as a teammate or a coach to call someone out for being a scumbag? Like, so from what I understand, at least up to this point, is that what Mickey Callaway was doing was there was nothing illegal about anything he was doing. He wasn't breaking any laws. He just kind of
being exactly. Being a dirty pervert.
So at what point are you responsible for basically ratting this person out for
something that you don't think is illegal?
Right. I mean, that's
a tough call. That's a tough call, though. I mean, where do you find, like, how terrible of a crime does it have to be before someone in the organization is just like, hey man, this is pretty messed up. I got to say something.
Or not even a crime though. That's
or just being
the point
like exactly. Like, he didn't commit a crime really. Right. I mean, he
was adultering.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what he was doing.
Mm-hmm. So,
not that that's okay.
No,
don't condone that. But like,
I don't know when you call somebody out on that, and I don't know when you make that public.
So let me ask you this. You're at work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say somebody that you work closely with, you find out because you work with them every day that they're cheating on their wife.
Okay, well, it's not my place to go out and make it.
Do you go to management?
No.
Because it's not your place, right?
No, because it's not it. When it all comes down to it, it's not my business, right? Because that's in their house. That's their business, and if you know about it, you know about it.
Get involved. And look, I'm not condoning what Callaway was doing, but I also don't like to put the blame on everybody else when
it was him doing this stuff.
Right. Like,
and that's the problem, is they're holding the whole team accountable.
Maybe a bad take. I don't know how to feel about it.
I agree. Either do I. And I don't know how.
Especially because we don't know exactly what happened either.
No, from what it sounds like, he was just saying perverted shit to people.
Yeah.
And doing whatever he was doing. But it's, from what it sounds like, and I don't know, because I don't know exactly everything about it, that these other people were into it. Or,
right. Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Like,
from what I understand, everything was consenting.
And I'm sure some of these girls were probably turned like, okay, this is kind of fucked up. Don't talk to me. I'm sure, I don't know if he stopped at that point. Right. I don't know if it got worse. I don't know if he kept pursuing these people or he just, so I don't know. I don't know the facts. So I can't really speak to that. But from what I know or what I've heard, it doesn't sound like it's something that should tear a team apart or like you should go and,
well,
I mean,
it is absolutely a big deal, but it should be a big deal for the person that is doing it.
Yeah.
And not for that person's coworker or even their boss. Now, I understand that when you're running a professional sports team, like there are other factors like public persona and things like that you have to consider, and what kind of example that you're setting for the community that you're working in. But I just don't know. That's such a blurred line of responsibility.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know.
Especially for something that happened years ago.
True.
And like, yeah, maybe it's still going on, but
I don't know how many cases or what it was that that happened while he was in Cleveland.
It's so weird, dude.
I guess we'll find out, but
yeah, I'm just afraid that it's going to be like the cancel culture thing. And it's like, well, like same thing with Tressel or same thing with Urban, really. Urban Meyer, like, like, what was his name? Who was the coach that got in trouble? Zach Smith?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, what the hell was he doing? He was
cheating on his wife.
Yeah. And they made that huge
Urban
deal.
Meyer lost his job because of that.
Yeah.
Like he retired or whatever, but at the end of the day, he lost his job because of that.
The whole thing with Tressel was the most ridiculous thing.
The whole thing with Tressel, yeah.
All the stuff that goes on in the NCAA.
You know what?
That's minimal.
I can almost understand it at the college level when it's coach and player because you're there to be a mentor to those young people.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost understand like the Tressel thing, as ridiculous as that is. Like you should be the bigger person and shut shit down if things are going on with your players.
Yeah.
In the pros, if one of your coaches or one of your players is doing something that is not morally perfect,
yeah.
I don't know what your level of responsibility is.
But the thing that even go back to the whole Ohio State thing, those kids owned those gold pants, right? Those were theirs,
Right.
right? That was their
Right.
that was their stuff, and then they were
that was
trading it
just
to get tattoos.
Right. That was just a rules violation, whether the rule was stupid or not. That was a rules thing. What
And
Tressel
how long? Okay, sorry.
Tressel got in trouble because he covered it up.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I almost understand that one more than like Francona getting in trouble for Callaway or Urban getting in trouble for I can't remember that guy's name. Was it Zach Smith?
It's Smith. I can't remember what his first name was, but yeah, I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. Like the Tressel thing, like
You're right, because he covered it up.
you covered it up, and what kind of lessons that teaching the kids that you're responsible for.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's college versus the pros where, listen, you're getting paid just like someone else is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's tough, man. I don't know.
Like you said before, they're public figures, so I think that stuff's put under the microscope a lot more.
Right.
And also in today's world too.
Cancel culture, man.
Yeah. I mean, he might as well, if it goes any further, I see Francona being gone.
I can see it happening.
Sucks. So, cool. Good stuff.
Yeah. That was not expected to be talked about at all, by the way. It's a good conversation, though. I mean, it's a crazy thing that's happening right now, and you know, you hope that no one was seriously hurt by any of those things that happened, whatever they were.
See, that's the thing is I don't know what it was.
Neither do I. I mean, no one does. You know, there's speculation, but I hope that it's not going to ruin careers for somebody that's not directly involved in
that person that's
whatever
doing it should
happened.
be the one that's being punished.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I mean, the example you gave,
And like, if
of
you're
like
a bad dude, you shouldn't have the privilege of coaching.
yeah,
Plain and simple. But that doesn't mean that your boss should also get fucked.
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree. We'll see. We'll see what
it's
happens.
Personal responsibility, and again, kind of bringing it back to the parenting thing is like, I think about those things when we're teaching right and wrong, when we're teaching values. It's like, you don't ever want your kids to be in that situation. So if you teach them right and wrong now, maybe they won't be.
Very true.
Yeah.
Well said.
Oh, thanks.
I agree. Well,
Yeah.
that was a good topic. I think that I mean, we'll see what happens.
Right.
I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a lot more coming out because there's
Oh,
going to be more
I'm sure.
people just hopping on too. Like
Right.
whether or not they were even affected, but there's going to be people that probably.
Well, everyone's got an opinion. Right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like there's people that are going to hop on like some type of lawsuit or something too.
Yeah. Right. You're right.
Because like you said, it's been going on for how long has he been gone for?
He's been gone for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Because he was with the Mets and now he's with the Angels.
because he was the head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now is he back to being a pitching coach?
Yeah, he's a pitching
So-
coach with the Angels.
He's been gone for a while, and now you're just hearing about it. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we got that
Okay.
going for us in Cleveland.
What else? You got anything?
That's it, man. It's just a downer in a way.
Kind of a weird episode. I mean, look, it's fun doing these together, and we talk about things that
we don't usually talk about.
wouldn't necessarily talk about with a guest.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll pick it back up, and we got some good guests coming up.
Yes, we do. Got
So
some big plans
that's
coming up
exciting.
here, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff coming. So
So-
yeah, keep an eye out for that.
Got some live events coming up too.
That we do.
We got a couple.
I know.
We got Work with the Winners, Whiskey Business,
Mm-hmm.
coming up a couple Fridays from now, actually.
Yep.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually really excited for that.
That'll be fun.
There's going to be baby goats there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about that.
I saw something about that.
Yeah.
I like baby goats.
Yeah, we all do.
You got that. And then obviously we're moving to Pub Fredo at the end of the month. And then that same week, we have a good event going on. Well, I don't think it's live, but a good recording plan downtown. End of the month, right? March 27th.
Fuck yeah. Dude, that's all. Jeez.
It's like in a week's time.
That's going to be a busy week and a half.
Yeah. Make sure you tell the wife now because. Yeah.
Good luck.
But yeah, keep an eye out for all the stuff coming up. We're going to have a lot going on, and it's going to get even better because I think with the weather getting nicer,
oh yeah,
we're going to be doing a lot more stuff.
More stuff and start some more events and things like
for
that.
For sure.
So. All right, cool. Good episode. Appreciate you.
You as well.
If you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. We're on all of them. Check out the website, www.thetalkingdads.com. We've got the blog, full episode library on there, things like that. All the socials. YouTube. All that stuff. Facebook, Instagram, a little bit of Twitter. MySpace.
Oh, shit. All that stuff.
Do all that kind of stuff. Tell all your friends about it. Keep growing this thing with us. Give us a good rating or a bad rating. Whatever
you want to do.
We learn from it. But yeah, thank you so much for your attention. We love you. And
catch you next time. Soon.
Peace.
Hey guys, if you love what you just heard or watched, and we know you did, do us a solid and hit that thumbs up. Share with your friends and throw us a comment, literally about anything. Your support legit keeps us going. Oh, and don't forget to give us that 5-star rating. We really appreciate you.